Hello everyone, welcome to Bangtan News today. Today we're going to discuss one of Jungkook's most powerful, most influential, and perhaps most iconic visual moments in his career. They were two photos of Jungkook for Rolling Stone Japan, two visuals that changed people's perceptions of him, about masculinity, and about global culture. Let's get started. Jungkook's appearance on Rolling Stone Japan is not just another celebrity photo shoot. This is not a passing photo session. This moment feels like an important point in pop culture, like a sign that something is changing. What makes it interesting is that there are only two visuals, two simple photos, but both carry greater weight than the entire interview. The photos did not stop on the pages of magazines. They live in the mind of the beholder. It's not the style that makes it iconic, not lighting, not the location. His main strength lies in Jungkook's ability to turn silence into pressure. Many artists pose in front of the camera, but Jungkook, he occupies that space. Occupying space does not mean seeking attention, but master the atmosphere without the need to move much. That's what sets it apart. The presence of Cliff Joe, editor-in-chief of Rolling Stone UK, adds an important layer to this moment, not because of his status, but because of the validation of someone who understands the global visual language. Cliff said the session was easy, comfortable, even fun, and it shows one thing: there was something big, natural, and not artificial in that room. These two photos also don't look like polished K-pop to Western media. There is no cultural filter, there is no attempt to fit in. The visuals feel global, modern, live, and most importantly, Jungkook is not seen as a guest. He's in the center. Perhaps that is the reason why these two photos spread so far psychologically. Not a promotion, not marketing, but resonance. One photo shows restrained calm, the rest of the photo shows a calm dominance. Both explain Jungkook's duality clearly without a single word. The combination of the two creates a visual pull that lasts, even after only looking at it for 3 seconds. This is the kind of effect that magazines dream of, but almost never catch. New York shades also play an important role, not because the city is famous, but because in New York, what survives is only a real presence. A lot of people shrink there. Jungkook is growing. When a person grows up in a stressful environment, it means that his internal strength is greater than external pressure, and that power is clearly imprinted in the photo. What makes these two visuals so powerful is that the focus is not on fashion, not a train, not style, but in position. Jungkook doesn't just wear clothes. He's using the controls. It's not something that can be engineered. It's something that only comes up when the subject is strong. Cliff also said that the session was fun and light. This is important, because high-risk photo sessions are rarely pleasant. When the atmosphere is easy, it means that the subject is comfortable, confident, and not touched by insecurity, and that's the key to Jungkook's presence. No dramatic movements, there is no demand for attention, only clarity. One of the most striking things is the fact that these visuals do not age. You can see it many times, but the weight does not change. Many celebrity photos feel outdated after a few months, but this photo feels permanent from day one. Rolling Stone did not give Jungkook any prestige. Precisely, Rolling Stone borrowed weight from him. This proves Jungkook is not just shown, that he's documented. This photo works not because of technology, not because of style, but because of its resonance. You can just look at it for a moment and still feel something shift inside. Such a reaction cannot be far-fetched. It only appears when the subject does not appear in front of the camera, but speaks through the camera. Jungkook didn't push the energy out. He pulled them all in. That tension is what makes this photo feel quiet but loud. Many artists think that visual impact must come from movement. Jungkook proved otherwise. He stood still, but the world moved around him. These two photos work like a mirror, not just bounce Jungkook, but it reflects our own feelings as spectators. That's a dangerous force, because it creates attachments without permission. No aggression or contrived masculine poses. No visual violence. There is no forced, alpha image. What emerges is control, calmness, and self-awareness. A masculinity that does not scream but reigns. This visual spreads like a rumor. No need for promotional machines. No need for encouragement. People share it because they feel it. Jungkook's face in the photo doesn't look like a celebrity's face, more like an experience map, calm, honest, and unpolished. This honesty cannot be directed. It can only appear if the subject dares to remain silent in himself. New York did not press him. Big editors don't downplay it. He remains the center of gravity. This photo is not content. It's a timestamp. A document that will later be seen again as a cultural marker. It is not a photo that wants to be a trend, but a photo that silently changes the standard. With this visual, people stopped asking, what else can Jungkook do? They begin to accept Jungkook for who he is, and that reception was the beginning of the icon. There is no despair in this photo, there is no feeling of hunger, there is only control, and control is an enduring thing. This photo doesn't feel like a viral moment, they feel like a foundation. The simplicity Jungkook chose actually made the visuals even stronger. And simplicity only works if the person is strong enough to carry it. This visual does not decorate Jungkook, this visual reveals it, and when a person can stand without noise, without fuss, without fear, that's where they went to different classes. Not just artists, but cultural figures. This photo did not rush into history, this photo arrives with a mature presence that we're not watching Jungkook become important, that we see that it has been important from the beginning, and that's what makes these two photos last a long time, stay strong, persist in memory. Not because of strategy, not because of publication, but because Jungkook brings a presence that can't be taught, it can only be possessed. Thank you for watching Bangtan News today. That if you want a visual analysis, in-depth discussion, or other content about BTS and Jungkook, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the bell. See you in the next video.